Your net worth is moving up. You can see the numbers on the screen. Your spreadsheets show a steady climb, and yet you feel stationary. That's not a coincidence. That's the trap. Most people in the 35 to 54 demographic believe that wealth building is a cumulative process, that you simply stack assets until the pile is high enough to retire on. They view their portfolio as a collection of good things. But a system doesn't work by just adding good things. A system works by maintaining velocity. What I've discovered in auditing few of late starter portfolios is that almost everyone is carrying a parasitic asset. A single, heavy, safe holding that is actively deleveraging your future. It is a mechanical conflict. While your index funds are trying to rotate, this specific asset is acting as a brake. In this briefing, we aren't talking about saving more. We are talking about identifying the canceller, the asset you already own that is quietly neutralizing your ability to achieve irreversible wealth. If you want to understand how to build wealth in the second half of your life, you have to stop looking at what you're adding and start looking at what is causing the friction. Think about that. Why do we own things that hurt us? For the late starter, the psychology is driven by a fear of phase 1 failure. You've spent 20 years hearing about volatility. You've seen market crashes, so you've built a fortress. You have stabilizers in your portfolio, cash reserves that are too large, equity that is dead. We were told these were the pillars of how to build wealth. They aren't. They are stabilizers, and stabilizers, by definition, prevent momentum. Think of a bicycle with training wheels. They prevent you from falling, yes, but they also prevent you from leaning into a turn. They prevent you from reaching the velocity required to balance on your own. Most of you are trying to win a race while keeping the training wheels firmly bolted to the frame. You feel safe because you aren't falling, but you aren't winning because you aren't moving. The illusion of safety is the primary barrier to the compounding effect. You cannot have absolute certainty and exponential growth in the same account. That is the trade-off most people miss. Let's look at the mechanics of compound interest explained. Compounding is not a magic trick. It is a mathematical rotation. For a dollar to double, it must be allowed to participate in the rule of 72. If your money is rotating at 10%, it doubles every 7.2 years. If it's rotating at 1%, it takes 72 years. The canceller asset doesn't just rotate slowly, it often doesn't rotate at all. When you have a significant portion of your net worth tied up in an asset that produces 0% to 2% real return, you aren't just slowing down. You are creating a drag coefficient that the rest of your portfolio has to overcome. If 50% of your wealth is in a 0% asset and 50% is in a 10% asset, your system velocity is only 5%. Your doubling timeline just jumped from 7 years to 14 years. For someone at age 45, that 7-year difference is the difference between a dignified retirement and working until 70. It's not about how much you have, it's about how much of it is actually allowed to rotate. Built with intention or built by accident. Stop for a moment. I want to perform a live audit of the room. I want you to look at your total net worth, not just your brokerage account, everything. Now estimate what percentage of that total is currently idle. Cash in low-interest savings, equity in cars, or dead equity in property. Drop that percentage in the comments. Don't explain why it's there. Don't justify it, just the number. The reason I ask this is to break the shame. Many of you feel behind because you see others with high net worths, but you don't realize that they are also struggling with the same cancellation effect. We are often rich on paper and static in reality. By naming the percentage, you acknowledge the friction. Once the friction is acknowledged, it can be managed. Drop the number. Let's see the average of the room. Now we identify the canceller. For 90% of the people watching this, the asset that is quietly canceling your compounding is your primary residence equity. This is a controversial diagnostic, but it is a mathematical reality. Your house is a shelter. It is a liability that masquerades as an asset. And for the late starter, It is often the single biggest stagnation fund you own. You've been told that paying off the mortgage is the ultimate goal of how to build wealth. But look at the mechanics. If you have $400,000 in home equity, that money is earning exactly 0% in dividend yield and 0% in interest. It is dead money. It sits inside the walls of your home, doing nothing while the cost of living, the lifestyle anchor, continues to rise. You are house rich and system poor. Treating your primary residence as your primary investment is the single biggest cancellation of the wealth-building process. You are sitting on a mountain of fuel while your engine is running on empty. Let's look at the opportunity cost. If we look at compound interest explained through the lens of a $300,000 home equity position, inside the house, that $300K is static. In 10 years, assuming the house appreciates with inflation, it is still just a house. It hasn't produced a single dollar of cash flow to buy your freedom. If that same $300,000 were positioned in a productive system, an income architecture, earning a conservative 7%, it would produce $21,000 a year in income. In 10 years, it would have doubled to $600,000. The cancellation cost of keeping that money in the walls is $300,000 of lost growth and $210,000 of lost income over a decade. That is $500,000 of quiet wealth that was canceled because you wanted the feeling of a paid-off home. The canceller doesn't steal your money. It steals your time. It forces you to work longer because your money is resting in the driveway. How do we fix the conflict? We move from asset ownership to income architecture. This is the shift. We stop looking at the appraisal value of our lives and start looking at the yield velocity. For a late starter, you don't have the luxury of waiting 30 years for a house to appreciate. You need assets that rotate now. This might mean downsizing to unlock equity. It might mean a home equity line of credit used strategically, not for consumption, but for system injection. Or it might simply mean stopping the aggressive overpayment of a low-interest mortgage so that those dollars can go into a productive compounding engine instead. You must transition from a homeowner mindset to an income architect mindset. One provides a roof, the other provides a life. The math of this cancellation is invisible unless you track the differential. Most people don't realize they are being canceled because they only track their total net worth line. They see the line going up as they pay down their mortgage and they think they are winning. They aren't. They are just moving money from a liquid productive pocket to an illiquid static one. This is why we built the Trip to Wealth Command Center Google Sheet. The Command Center is a beginner-friendly digital tool designed for this specific audit. A 12-month personal finance Google Sheet system designed to help you organize your budget, net worth, cash flow, savings, debt, investing habits, and long-term goals in one calm financial command center. It doesn't just show you what you own, it calculates and shows you exactly how much of your wealth is currently idle versus active. And for the best overall value, I recommend the Trip to Wealth Complete System, your 12-month roadmap to total financial clarity. It's a full bundle that combines the Command Center Google Sheets with 2 practical ebooks covering mindset, investing strategy, and long-term money organization. The Command Center is live now at the link in the description. If you want the system to do the lifting, you have to track the right signals. Identify the canceller. Extract the fuel. Restart the engine. Irreversible wealth doesn't happen by accident. It happens by audit. It happens when you have the courage to admit that the safe path is often the most dangerous one for a late starter. Stop focusing on the size of your pile. Start focusing on the speed of your rotation. Your house is a place to live. Your portfolio is a place to grow. Don't confuse the two. Think about what this audit has actually revealed. You did not come here today to learn about investing. You came here because something was not adding up. The number was not moving the way it should. The pile was growing, but the engine was not accelerating. And now you know why. The single asset you trusted the most was the one quietly working against you. Not because it is worthless. It is not. but because you allowed it to absorb capital that was supposed to compound, capital that was supposed to rotate, capital that was supposed to build the second layer of your entire financial life. That is what a canceller does. It does not announce itself. It does not send a warning. It sits quietly inside your net worth statement, looking exactly like progress, while systematically draining the velocity you needed to break through. Most late starters never identify it. They keep feeding it, keep celebrating it, keep pointing to it at dinner parties as proof that they are on the right track. You just did something different. You diagnosed the system. You named the drag. You ran the audit on the one asset nobody told you to question. And naming the drag is the first act of irreversible wealth. Drop a comment, one word. What were you protecting? We are moving into phase 2 now. The rules have changed. Build with intention. I am not a financial advisor. The content on this channel is for educational and informational purposes only. Investing involves risk. Always conduct your own research or consult with a professional before making financial decisions. If this breakdown brought you clarity, I highly recommend watching my next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to leave your comment below, especially if this video made you think differently. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.